Legion Azrael here, and we're here with the review of Wonder Woman. It was bad. Bye. No, I'm totally kidding, kinda. Sniffle. The first act, the second act, pretty good. I enjoyed it. If I remember correctly, the director was a female. And I think whenever you have a badass character, you have a male director directing a male actor, or female directing a female. Sometimes they really play it up. They really try to make, a good representation for the men or the women of the world. I understand that a lot of women are making this, a big feminist kind of thing. Women empowerment, maybe not feminist. I don't want to trigger the real feminists with lumping you in with just, I think the feminist now is more like there's real feminists and then the feminazi, like the crazy robots you saw in Austin Powers with the boob cannons. How does that make you female Nazi feminist feel? Does that make you feel good? I hope so. I hope you get angry. Because all you don't want equality. But anyways, we got people like, excuse me, we had movie theaters doing an all-woman showing, which was great. All the power to the women. When people reported it, how they reported on it made me feel salty. But at the very end, it's like, if you would have done an early showing for women only, that would have been cool. But if you're going to okay, this is the day it opens, and it's only women, then you're like, what the fuck, man? I'm a DC fan. Fuck men, women. I don't care about that. I'm a DC fan. Don't close it down opening day just for women. That's what makes people salty. Now, if it was an early showing, cool, whatever. But you should never, on a comic book movie, now if this was anything else, comic book, Star Wars, things like that, Lord of the Rings, you do not just go, opening day, men or women. You just don't do that. That is the dumbest plan. That's bad business. You just don't do it. You don't ruffle fanboys and fangirls' feathers like that, or you're going to get fucking destroyed. As far as everything go, I think the beginning and the middle was awesome. The casting of who Ares was, spoiler, was horrible. Really ruined it. It actually made the movie bad at the end. The ending was bad. I think that Chris Pines as Steve Trevor worked out brilliantly. Great fucking way of doing it. I think that everybody that played around the Trevor, the group, the ensemble for Steve Trevor's character, his little squadron of people, not really squadron, they're not flying, they were all great. The way that Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor interacted, of course, was great. I think that setting Wonder Woman in World War I definitely made it all flow better than being more unrealistic in World War II because of the level of technology they had compared to what they had her doing in this movie, which really felt it fit better in World War I. I actually don't know how to pronounce her name. I forgot, but she was a great Wonder Woman. I'm so glad that she's going to be I'm glad it's not like a Spider-Man where we've had 8 Spider-Men. I'm glad that she's going to be the Wonder Woman that we get to see. I got cottonmouth, man, talking so much. She did a great job, and I'm glad to see her come back. Even though a lot of people, including myself, were like, Wonder Woman's always been an Amazon, which is very curvy, busty, and strong, and tall. It's not just, that's not the everyday man's kind of woman to pursue. That is either in this, there's different iterations of she's a half god, or she was created by the gods, or given life by the gods, sculpted through clay. She's not just an every man's kind of woman to pursue or just casually ask out. She is something special, like all women. So anyways, I think the directing was garbage. I think the directing really ruined it. 60-30. I think 60% decent movie, not good, decent. 30% horrible. I think the acting and the cinematography is what carried this movie to at all meaning anything at all. The last scenes of the casting of Ares, the fight scene, everything about that, the whole ending of it, was like Batman versus Superman bad. That's how bad it was. Steve Trevor's character, Chris Pines, man, he had great scenes in the movie. No spoilers there. I won't get into specifics, but he definitely really made it not just a boring superhero movie, because we've all seen with DC and Marvel, sometimes when it's just too much just that one person, it gets kind of stale and boring. Wonder Woman definitely had a naive kind of way of looking at things for a while. What difference between right and wrong from where she was from, and Steve Trevor trying to explain this is how this works, and this crappy version of Earth. This is our crappy version. It's not simplistic. And I think with that, that's my review of this kind of basic average. I score maybe a 5.5 out of 10 review for this movie. And I only give it that because of who Ares was. It was just unbelievably bad of who the actor was and who was cast to play it. He was not a god. He was a pencil pusher. It was just so bad. But later. That's my review.